Hello and welcome again to another episode of Nerf News, your number one source for Nerf news on the net. I'm your host Drac, and this is the new leaked mega double-barreled shotgun thing. Now, there are a ton of different names that people are trying to decipher from this very vague, fuzzy text up here. I think that this personally says breach. I think that this has to be a shorter word, so I think that it's dual breach or the mega dual breach. I'm not positive on that. A lot of people think it could be dual break or double barrel or whatever have you, but ultimately this is a mega shotgun blaster. Now, this photo in particular comes to us from Baidu, courtesy of my friend Rob Poole down in the SBNC in Australia land, which is appropriate because about 2 years ago he photoshopped together, see here's his logo, the Nerf hex shot, which was his idea of like, gee, wouldn't it be great if Nerf made a mega shotgun, and he kind of proposed that it would have like a rough cut handle and pump grip and some styling and 6-shot smart AR blah 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 blah. Again, like a rough cut, the handles there are very similar. And the sad thing is I actually really like this photoshopped version of a mega shotgun more than I like this one. Now this is of course 2 barrels, 1 pump grip, 1 trigger. The trigger is gray, so this is almost certainly the Australia version, which will be significantly weaker. This piece will not be functional, I don't think. And now let's launch into the speculation. So it's very basics. What do we know about this blaster? Well, we know it's huge, which means that it's probably going to cost at least 30 United States dollars. I'm guessing 40, which is insane. I'm guessing that because the rough cut, which is the elite shotgun, costs 25 United States dollars at retail still, even though it's very old, and mega blasters tend to be much more expensive than their elite counterparts. So I'm guessing 30 to 40. I could be wrong, but the thing we're talking about here is that it looks, at first glance at least, it appears as though this will be a 2-shot smart AR mega blaster that happens to have a pump grip. And so that made me think immediately of the Busby Air Warriors Air Max Baron. Now I've done a full review on the Baron, but the bottom line is that the Baron gets phenomenal performance and costs 5 United States dollars and is also a front-loading 2-dart mega blaster. Now this will undoubtedly have smart AR technology if that's how it works, but come on. Now that would be awful. Like, I think that that would stink on a major level if this was just essentially a mega version of a double strike with pump action. I think that this would be very, very bad. I think that that would leave the rough cut as being our shotgun king in Nerf world and would absolutely not be worth purchasing under any circumstances. So, since it's a speculation and leak video, we get to talk about what we want this to be. And so I'm going to launch into my wildest hopes and dreams and tell you that I think it would be wonderful if this had an RSCB technology, which is to say, if it had some sort of tube inside like a real shotgun, but the Nerf equivalent being an RSCB, where darts were loaded into a chamber and fired one at a time, but it held more in some sort of storage capacity back here, so that you could, in theory, get about maybe even 6 shots out of a mega blaster like this, where each one of these barrels had 3 darts loaded into it from the rear, perhaps through this port in here, I don't know, or perhaps there's something hiding on the other side. Like, we've had blasters that loaded kind of like that before, but not really, so it's hard to say. I would really like for it to have some sort of internal magazine like they've been doing with some of these tie-in blasters. Of course, those are internal clips or magazines. I think that it would be much cooler if this had a tube-style magazine loading in. So again, that's something that loads here and something that loads here. Now, I think that that's highly unlikely. I want to get out there that my personal opinion is that this is going to be a very bad blaster that costs an awful lot of money because it's going to get standard mega performance, which is, by the way, on par, if not a little bit less than the $5 Busby Baron, at a cost that's going to be roughly 8-fold what that costs, in my opinion. Now, it's too bad that it's too late to go back and get Nerf to manufacture the hex shot, because I think that this would have been insanely cool. But that ship has sailed, so this is the Mega Dual Break, Double Barrel, whatever you want to call it, because we don't have an official name yet from Hasbro. I will be reaching out to my contact at Hasbro to see if I can't get some high-res images and more information about this blaster. But I want to thank you all very much for watching this quick Nerf news video, which is actually going up a little earlier in the day because a huge package from Hasbro just showed up on my doorstep, and so in a few hours I'll be launching a video unboxing that and then reviewing whatever is inside, because I'm very, very excited to crack into it for you. So if you like Nerf leak speculation and brand new stuff from Hasbro, then feel free to subscribe to the channel. It helps me out and I really appreciate it. And as always, much love, Nerf on, Drac out.